Janelle Welch Cheng. At number 9, Mary Remy Joy Palma. Wearing jersey number 12, Myla Pablo. At number 13, Marjana Phillips. Guest player from the USA, Lindsay Vander Weyden. And at number 20, Jonna Sabete. Libero, number 1, Sheila Marie Pineda. And coach, Mr. Ralph Benson Ricafort. Presenting our PLDT high-speed hitters. Team captain wears jersey number 12, Rhea Katrina Timakulangan. At number 3, Mika Irene Reyes. Wearing jersey number 10, Tony Rose Casas. At number 11, guest player from Russia, Elena Samoilenko. At number 13, Del Palomata. And number 17, Yola May Ceballos. Libero, number 8, Kathleen Kate Arado. Head coach, Mr. George Pasco. This match is under the regulation and supervision of the Games and Amusements Board.
Welcome back inside the City of Santa Rosa Multipurpose Complex. A starting lineup for your Angels. No changes whatsoever. We mentioned MJ Phillips, 11 points. Wide with 21. Those are the two key players to watch out for. But Pablo needs to step up. She only had 8 points in that win versus the Chargers. Meantime, let's take a look at the starting lineup for your high-speed hitters. A little change for Coach George Pascua as Chin Basas is back in the starting lineup. Eli Soyud will come off the bench, but still no Jules Samonte in the starting lineup. Viola Ceballos off the bench before, now is a starter. Let's see if she can step up. She only had 7 points in that loss versus F2. What's your assessment so far of the starting 6 for both teams, Neil?
For the high-speed hitters, I think that it's the right decision to put in Viola Ceballos because they need so much firepower to go up against a strong attacking team in the PETRO GAZZ Angels. And for the Angels naman, a while ago, Chisa had said that they were the underdogs. She was humble enough to say that, but for me, they are title contenders. Yeah. So for them to win this game, they just need to control the tempo like what they did against Akari.
And number 1, they are the reinforced conference defending champions. The last time this conference was held was in 2019. As a block by Samoilenko kicks things off. The first point goes to the high-speed hitters.
Cheng didn't see that Samoilenko was already waiting for a hit from the middle. And now Palomata will march back in. So that will be a tall blocking pattern for the high-speed hitters.
Mika Reyes coming off a 3-point performance. That was obviously a bad game for her. She's going to want to step up today. Elena Samoilenko. That's picked up by Wide. MJ Phillips continues where she left off.
Good adjustment on the side of MJ Phillips. She got blocked the first time. She saw Samoilenko and Palomata once again, but just decided to find that open spot behind the block.
And you've got to be impressed with MJ Phillips. You know, she started out as a wing spiker, volunteered as she serves it outside, volunteered to change to middle blocker, and now she is flourishing in the new role.
And she's loving her new position, adding her serving to her arsenal. But yun nga lang, she made that unforced error. But she's number 2 in the league when it comes to serving.
Chin Basas was a starter, but in the last game came off the bench, did not score for the high-speed hitters. Lindsay Wide. The dig by Ceballos. Samoilenko. Dug up by Wide. Wide gets it back. Yes! Let's send it courtside to Rain Tixon.
As cliche as it sounds, consistency was key to making MJ move her performance up to the next level. She told me that she used the whole off-season to focus on her mental and physical preparations before the start. MJ tallied a total of 11 points and 4 digs against the Akari Chargers. While this was an impressive feat on its own, she doesn't forget to credit her setter Janelle Cheng, who helped release her full potential. Let's see if she and her tandem can take the third spot here in the first set. Back to the panel.
All right, thank you, Rain. 14 excellent sets for Janelle Cheng. Obviously, some of those went to MJ Phillips, who had a great performance against the Chargers. 1-2 play for Janelle Cheng. We were just talking about her. She's making her presence felt here. Wide. Yes!
Reverse set from Cheng and a powerful hit from Lindsay van der Weide.
Lindsay is 6'3", 25 years old, a former Oregon Duck, a two-time All-American. And she's played in various countries, including Hungary, France, and Greece.
Too low on the toss. One of the things that I like dito sa reinforcement ng PETRO GAZZ, hindi lang malakas yung palo niya, but the speed is always there. And you will see the difference between some of the players na malakas yung palo pero hindi ganun kabilis. But kay Lindsay van der Weide, it's both.
Del Palomata with a good serve. Cheng goes to Pablo. Bounces off the block. Ceballos! And you mentioned how she needs to get hot, Neil, as part of the starting lineup now for the high-speed hitters.
High flyer in Fiola Ceballos will truly make a difference for PLDT if they want to get their second win in the preliminaries.
Only 23% from the field for Ceballos in the loss against F2. 1-2 play again for Cheng. This time successful.
And Cheng is one of the simplest when it comes to style of play. You won't see her doing any flashy moves. But she gets the job done and nalilito talaga yung defenders nung opponent.
Palma, 5 points, 3 blocks. 27-year-old former Lady Tamarao serving. That's outside, clearly. Both teams with a good amount of errors to start the first set. And speaking of errors, 14 errors for the Angels in that 3-set win versus the Chargers. Meantime, the 3-set loss for the high-speed hitters, they produced 18 errors. Di Makulangan, the team captain. Ooh, wow.
Number 9 in serving, and they have to use that to their advantage. That was also one of the missing factors in their game against F2 Logistics. They committed a lot of errors on the line. And the fact that they were committing these service errors, some of the other servers hindi na ganun kalakas yung binabato na bola. That's why F2 had an easy time setting up their offense.
Oh, a shank of a shot there from Elena Samoilenko. That's odd considering how, she is the leading scorer in terms of, or from all the reinforcements.
We know that she's very hungry for another win because she has been giving it her all for the high-speed hitters. And she was the only one with, I think she was the only one with double digits in their game against F2 Logistics, 17 points.
So it must be hard for her and for the rest of the team. These are winners. These ladies are high performers since high school, college. So obviously a 3-game losing streak is not something you smile about on a regular basis. There's a push by Waide, picked up by Nieza Viray. Samoilenko almost touched the net, but good body control to put it in. And the high-speed hitters lead by 2 here, 8-6, as we get to our first technical timeout in the opening set. Switch to Signal Postpaid for more super loaded bonding moments. Get free 3 months and more when you subscribe today. Call 8888-5555 now. Lindsay Wagner White on your screens. They are down by 2. The Angels are 8-6 in the opening set. Another good pass there by Bang Pineda. And speaking of bang, there is a kill from Myla Pablo.
Myla Pablo, the silent operator for the PETRO GAZZ Angels. You might not feel her production just because of the power that Lindsay van der Weide has provided for the GAZZ Angels. But the numbers are still there for Myla Pablo. She's still effective.
Good pass as well from Ceballos. Samoilenko off the block. Yes. That was close to the net as well, but no problemo for Samoilenko.
When you have the height, when you have that reach, you can just hit it at the top of the block and get the point for your team.
Nika Reyes, former lady spiker from DLSU. And 3-time UAAP champion serving. Chang sets it up. A nice attack there by Lindsay Wagner White.
Miscue on the side of Ceballos and Nika Reyes. It's very important to stay in your zone every time you're trying to defend the attack of your opponent. Medyo nag-overstep na itong si Fiola Ceballos dun sa zone na binabantayan ni Nika Reyes.
1 point game. Chance to tie for the Angels. Del Palomata. Good dig from Sabete. White. Oh, excellent save from Arado. Samoilenko. Yes!
Great start for the high-speed hitters, establishing a 2-point lead against the GAZZ Angels. Del Palomata will also be crucial for PLDT as she only scored 3 points, and there were times na nilalabas siya ni Coach George Pasqua at nilalagay niya sila Jessie De Leon and the other middle blockers.
She is essential, one of the keys to getting wins for PLDT. Talking about Del Palomata. Oh, they wanted a back row with Ceballos. She wasn't ready. Remy Palma. Hit.
Check ball kay Coach George
Coach
Pasqua.
George Pasqua. Aren't the coaches part of the playing court? No.
Too much angle on that slide attack from Remy Palma as she hit Coach George Pasqua.
Jinbasas out of Tacloban. Good short serve. Chang sets it up. Oh, great off-system play. Lindsay Wagner White ready at the moment's notice.
That's just volleyball, high volleyball IQ for you. Yan yung napoprovide ng reinforcements in the entire league, not just Lindsay van der Weide and Elena Samoilenko. The local players should also adapt yung mga ginagawa ng mga reinforcements.
Arado, good coverage. Palomata, second try. Bang Pineda with a great save, but Sabete unable to give a good pass. PLDT starting to build their lead once again, Neil.
They have been point blank when it comes to their offense right now. Fiola Ceballos has gotten her touch. Del Palomata as well. And Elena Samoilenko, it's already a given that she will get her numbers in today's game.
White with the receive. White with the attack. Samoilenko picking it up. Ceballos dug up by Bang Pineda. White off the block.
Lindsay van der Weide always finding a way to break the defense of the high-speed hitters.
And Coach Ralph Caport has nothing but good words for White. He says she's very coachable, so instructions-wise, wala. Pag may sinabi kami, deliver agad.
And she's very young. She's at 25 years old. And she's playing at this level already.
There's a block against Palomata. We'll take a look here. Remy Palma, that's her specialty. We knew from her college days, she's one of the best when it comes to anticipation at the net. 1 point game, chance to tie again for the Angels. Here we go. Sabete. Yes! Sabete ties the game at 12.
You have a Fiola Ceballos on the side of PLDT. You have a Jonas Abete on the side of the Angels.
And you mentioned how White liked Sabete as a wing woman. in the early part of the preliminary round.
And that's not even her natural position. I mean, she was forced to occupy that opposite hitter position because the reinforcement is in the left pin.
Oh, that's outside for Waide. She knew it right away. And there are many instances like that in the reinforced conference where the local players move position because of the reinforcement. Like Tots Carlos now comes off the bench because of Yellow Basa.
And she's okay with that. Every time that her number is called, that's the time that she will perform at her best.
Cheng goes to the other side. Maila Pablo, dug up by Samoilenko. Here's a pass. Ceballos off speed, yes!
PLDT maintaining that 2-point lead. Last minute decision for Viola Ceballos gets the job done. Nag-backpedal na si Myla Pablo. Couldn't get to that ball in time.
And that's the luxury. When you got hang time, I mean, you can make split-second decisions in midair and confuse your defenders. Little 2-point run here for the high-speed hitters. Sapete, speaking of hang time.
That's the perfect set. Kahit reverse set, it was a sharp shoot set for Jonas Sapete. And that was the tempo that I have been stressing for the PETRO GAZZ Angels. Meron silang sarili nilang style of play. And we witnessed that firsthand when they played Akari.
Palma, oh, another serve out of bounds. Unforced error situation. Angels with 6 and high-speed hitters only with 2.
They've been attacking so well, talking about the Angels, but they've been given away lots of errors also from the line.
That's a +4 in errors. They would have been up already had they not thrown away so many points. Limakulangan so far only 2 excellent sets. She's coming off a 10th excellent set performance. MJ Phillips with a kill.
Easy point. 11 points in their previous game, mostly from those A quick attacks.
How athletic do you have to be to switch positions and still be good at it, right?
It's not an easy job to keep on switching positions. The footwork is different.
Exactly.
The responsibility is also different.
Mika Reyes, speaking of great middle blockers. 2-point advantage for the high-speed hitters, 16-14 here in the opening set. Beautiful venue today, the City of Santa Rosa Multipurpose Complex. Mika Reyes and the high-speed hitters leading by 2, 16-14. So far, based on what you saw on your screens, there are still some vacant seats in the lower box, but as per our PVL executive I spoke to earlier, these seats are sold out already. Sold out since a couple of days ago in anticipation of the big game later.
And that's why we love going back here sa Santa Rosa. We can just feel the love from the volleyball fans. And again, Cream Line will be going up against the undefeated Cherry Tigo.
Wow, that's, 5-0, 4-0, 2 perfect records on the line. You were saying could go either way, maybe a 4-setter, 5-setter.
Yeah. But our focus should be here right now. It's PLDT on top by 3 points. Chinchin Basa scoring off a hit.
And for Coach George Pascua, that's got to be a welcome sight. Basas has been struggling the past few games as Ceballos serves outside. Just the third unforced error in my unofficial count for the high-speed hitters. So they're keeping that number low so far. Former Lady Bulldog, Myla Pablo with a serve. Mika Reyes rejected. Good coverage by Kat Arado. Here's Basas. And again, getting it off the block. Chin Basas with back-to-back points.
They still have 2 challenge opportunities talking about the Gaz Angels, but I don't think they will be using that now. That was clearly outside.
Going to be the second game day. We've implemented the challenge system in the Premier Volleyball League. Started last Thursday. Sabete with a good pass. Lindsay Wagner wide. That's picked up by Dimaculangan. Here comes Samoilenko. Sabete again with a great dig. 1-2 play for Des Cheng. Lindsay Wagner wide outside. But there was a net touch.
That was also inside. Okay. I think it caught the line. And look at the set of Cheng.
Okay, just on the line on the Lindsay Wagner wide attack. MJ Phillips still down 2 points. The Angels pushed by Basas. Cheng. This is a chance ball for the high-speed hitters. Samoilenko, yes!
Stamp of approval from Samoilenko papunta kay Rhea Dimaculangan. She loved that set. Only up against a single blocker, even avoiding the block of Cheng.
Back to a 3-point advantage for the high-speed hitters. Basas with a serve here, 19-16. Lindsay Wyden. Yes.
He just went for pure power against a 3-woman block. Use the outstretched arms of Samoilenko to get that point for the Angels.
Samoilenko with a receive. Alamata blocked by Wyde. Samoilenko. Over receive. Chance ball for the high-speed hitters. Palamata. Sabete. That's over received as well. Dunk attempt is good. Samoilenko used 2 hands for safety.
Easy.
Using all of that 6'5" frame to put it away.
We knew that it was going to be a sure point.
Still a 3-point advantage for the high-speed hitters. 20 serving 17. Elena Samoilenko is 25, also very young reinforcement, very experienced, almost an ace there. Chance ball for the high-speed hitters. 1-2 play, Dimaculangan, that's dug up by Bang Pineda. Another chance ball. Back row, Samoilenko, Bang Pineda, too strong.
Samoilenko is just taking charge sa opensa ng PLDT. That's already a 4-point lead for the high-speed hitters. And the Gaz Angels will call for a timeout.
Same naman yung areas eh. Di ba yung pinanood natin? Pag nag-i-import, di ba kakalahati tayo sa likod? Pag tumatagal na ganyan, pati yung pasa nag-off ng konti, huwag na, kumpensahan nyo na. Para makaikot tayo agad.
Hey, one pass, we side out, let's go.
Let's go!
Siglaan natin, siglaan
Let's go!
natin. Let's go!
When they're defending a 6'5 player like Elena Samoilenko, kailangan mag-double time ng mga defenders nasa likod because there's always a high probability that she goes over that block. So you have to be ready dun sa likod ng block.
Elena Samoilenko was part of the Russian youth team, so she's extremely experienced. Played as an import in France and Turkey. Wyde with a receive. Wyde gets it back. Wyde is rejected. Sabete. Blocked by Palomata. Wyde. Blocked by Palomata again. Del back-to-back deflections at the net. Ceballos. Yes. Gotta be a block touch. Yes.
There was a check ball. And sabi ni Lindsay van der Wyde that there was no touch.
I know but there's the challenge. So first time if you're watching us today, first time the challenge is being used. This is by the Angels. You have to put up the card and signal to the officials that specifically what you're challenging. It's a block touch they're saying. They're saying no block touch because the call is there was a block touch. Let's see. It did seem like there was from our angle. We have 23 high-speed cameras around the court. That's what's being used. 2 of them are at the net on each side and 1 by the seats of the teams. Capturing every action, every play, every attack. And there are 6 challengeable calls. We'll get to that in just a little bit. And right now, no block touch is the challenge by assistant coach Arnold Lanyog of the PETRO GAZZ Angels.
So we have to wait for the technical table so that they could replay.
There are times when it's quick. There are times when there's a little bit of a lull. And some teams use this opportunity to talk it over, call a timeout.
It can be a momentum killer also for
that as well. All right, here we go. All right, I think Waide was telling the truth.
Yeah.
No block touch. So challenge is successful, and the call will be overturned. Point awarded to the Angels.
And we know pag confident yung mga reinforcements. Just like what Priscilla Rivera did in their last game against Chocomucho. She was very confident and she asked the coaching staff to put that challenge up and she was definitely correct.
Good serve by Waide. Ceballos rejected. Samoilenko was there for coverage. Samoilenko gets it back. Back row attack. Yes!
That's what you want if you're on the side of PLDT. Doesn't matter if PETRO GAZZ gets a point, you get it back right away in the next sequence. PLDT is looking for finishing touches to close out this first frame.
It's the biggest lead right now of the high-speed hitters, 22-18. Underhand set to Pablo. Samoilenko passes. Nika Reyes dug up by Pineda. Cheng, back row, Waide, into the net.
That was just too low for Lindsay Vander Weyden. PLDT is just 2 points away from getting first blood. And Heather Ginoo will be serving.
Seeing action for the first time, Heather Ginoo. She was not in the lineup for PLDT in that loss against F2. Been playing volleyball since high school, Heather Ginoo, former Lady Tamarao. Sabete, cross court. Excellent dig from Basas. Sabete again. Off the block this time, yes.
Just using the left hand of Viola Ceballos to get the point back for the GAZZ Angels. Wala na din siya pupuntahan doon. If you went cross court, Nika Reyes would just deflect that ball.
On the other side, substitution here for the Angels as Nicole Tiamzon also did not play in the win versus the Chargers. Is on the floor for the first time today. Ceballos. Oh! It rolled right on the net cord. So this is going to be 5 set points for the high-speed hitters, 24-19. Nice serve for Di Maculangan. That's going to be an ace. And that's it. High-speed hitters. Wasn't a walk in the park, but they were able to take control down the stretch and get the W in the opening set. Courtesy of an ace by Rhea Di Maculangan. Final score 25-19 at the end of the first set. High-speed hitters over the Angels. We're back inside the City of Santa Rosa Multipurpose Complex for the first game of our Saturday doubleheader. It's the high-speed hitters versus the Angels. And so far, PLDT getting the first set 25-19 versus PETRO GAZZ. 27 minutes is what it took. And PLDT needed that win. We talked about how they are in a 3-game losing streak. Meanwhile, the PETRO GAZZ Angels coming off a win versus the Chargers. They are in a better position at the standings at 2-1 as we take a look at highlights of the first set.
PETRO GAZZ just had so many errors in that first set, while PLDT started out really strong with that Piola Ceballos attack. And they closed the set also with a service ace from Rhea de Macolangan. And if they continue to serve and break the defense pattern of PETRO GAZZ Angels, we might just see them win in this game. And even if they're at 1-3, 8th in the current standings, I would always say na hindi na nagmamatter yon, because from this point onwards, every game will be crucial for all of these teams. PLDT had more attacks compared to the PETRO GAZZ Angels, and that's the trick, to keep it close when it comes to the firepower that the PETRO GAZZ Angels always give. And PETRO GAZZ just had 4 more errors compared to PLDT.
And that was crucial, especially during that stretch when the game was even tied at 12-all. And then the service errors just unavoidable for the Angels, which led to their downfall in the first set. Lena Samoilenko, as expected, has been hitting from all angles. Remy Palma with a few service errors, but she's been solid at the net. Mika Reyes as well. Good performance so far today, especially attacking in the middle. PLDT, they need every win they can get. We mentioned at 1-3 in the standings. They have 4 more games remaining. What's the magic number to make it to the semifinals?
It really should be 5. If you're at the 4 wins and 4 losses win-loss record, magdedepende pa eh. But if you want to really secure a seat in the semifinals, you get to at least 5 wins.
5 wins. And at 1-3, PLDT still has it, but I guess must win each and every game. Wide, yes.
Cheng starting to move their pieces in different directions. We didn't see a combination play from the middle in the first frame, but they're starting with a combination play.
And Vander Weide, I mean, you can see she has her game face on. Mika Reyes, yes!
Strong hit from Mika Reyes. They've polished that connection from De Macolangan to Mika Reyes throughout this reinforced conference.
One all, set number 2. 3 points the attack so far for Piola Ceballos. Push there by Vander Weide. Basas with a push as well. And she gets the point off the block.
Miscue on the side of Bang Pineda and Myla Pablo. Myla Pablo had a good touch on that power tip of Chin Basas, and she had an opportunity to actually get it again, but she was relying on the libero, which was the right decision. You have a defender at the back of the court para hindi malito.
Pineda plays setter to Sabete. He has a Tiray picking it up. Samoilenko off the block. One-handed dig for Myla Pablo. Sabete with a push. Basas. Yes! Chin Basas knocks it in as we send it courtside to Rain Dixon.
After a semi-finals berth in the Invitational Conference, the PLDT high-speed hitters seem to be struggling to get any sort of momentum here in the Reinforced Conference. Team captain Rhea de Macolangan told me earlier that the team is consciously working on their game to bring back the same high-speed hitters from just last conference. She thinks that the team just needs to wipe off some rust from the off-season to get them back in sync and avoid an early elimination. Coach George also addressed the team in the huddle, reminding the team to be one step ahead, and they did just that after taking set 1. Now back to the panel.
Thank you, Rain. In the Invitational Conference, they finished 4th. Open Conference this year finished 5th. That's off the block. Samoilenko will score. Well, we have to point out as well, Neil. The Angels, their last game was October 22. That was 2 Saturdays ago.
Yeah.
They lost the first set. Is there any court rust or something that could be affecting their gameplay today?
That may be a factor, but I'm sure they've trained for a long time after that win against Akari. And ang ganda sobra nung nilaro nila against the Chargers. So they want to pick up where they left off.
Back-to-back service errors for the high-speed hitters. One from Ceballos, one from Reyes. So it's a 1-point game. Both teams have 2 challenges remaining. That's the CC that you see on the scoreboard. Samoilenko. Yes,
Got eager to pick that up. Somehow she wasn't able to control that hit from Samoilenko.
(5-3) in favor of the high-speed hitters. Nice low set, and MJ Phillips puts it away.
And Manel Cheng really needs to activate all the attackers on the floor, because PLDT is also a steady team when it comes to net defense.
Samoilenko. Yes!
Clean, deep cross court this time for Elena Samoilenko. Also one of the imports na lagging game face.
Yeah. High-speed hitters protecting a 2-point advantage. Vander Weide. That's dug up by Samoilenko. Ceballos, that's into the net.
The set was way off. She wanted to go for a power hit. If you take a look at the receiving pattern of PLDT, hindi na nila pinapareserve yung outside hitter nila, because Kat Arado is actually there getting a big zone.
Back row attack, Samoilenko. Sabete with a dig. Myla Pablo, back row attack. Palomata, over received by Cheng. Ceballos again. Long rally here. Vander Weide. Arado with a dig. 1-2 play for Dimaculangan. Remy Palma with a push. Arado again to the rescue. Chance ball here for the Angels. Cheng. Del Palomata, quick hands. And there's a swipe. Ceballos will score.
Smart move, Viola Ceballos winning that long rally. And that rally will really establish the confidence and momentum of the high-speed hitters. Kat Arado doing a good job manning the defense for PLDT. When you have Kat Arado receiving at 54%, in digging, then receiving at 67%, then you only have to worry about your conversion on the offense.
Another service error. This is the 3rd service error just in this set for the high-speed hitters. And we're only at 7-6. So half of the points of the Angels have come from service errors here by PLDT.
They managed to play clean volleyball in that first set, only committing 4 mistakes. And that's something that they have to control.
Solid block against Vander Weide. The PLDT takes us to our first technical timeout. They lead by 2 against PETRO GAZZ, second set. 2-point advantage for Elena Samoilenko and the high-speed hitters. They also lead by 1-0 against Vander Weide and the Angels, who are in a better position in the standings. 2 wins, 1 loss. Meanwhile, the high-speed hitters, 1 win, 3 losses. And their only win was in their first game of the tournament. They've lost 3 straight. Chinbasas, block. Coverage by Viray. Beautiful dunk there, Mika Reyes.
Now, Rhea de Bacolangan is starting to control and pull the strings right for the high-speed hitters. Knowing the right time to go to her middle blockers, knowing the right time to do a reverse set or to go to the reinforcement. Now they have another 3-point lead against the Gaz Angels.
Team captain Di Maculangan serving. Great receive by Pineda. Sabete attacks. Basas a little too close to the net. She is blocked.
That was a little bit too low for Chinchin Basas. She was asking for a higher set from Rhea de Maculangan.
Nevertheless, it's still a 2-point advantage for the high-speed hitters. Basas. Cross court, Pablo digs it up. Vander Weide to Pablo. Ceballos. Ceballos again. Ooh, my goodness. Ceballos leaving nothing to chance. I mean, she's all out 100% each and every attack. There's a challenge here for the first time in the match for Coach Pascua and the high-speed hitters. They're saying there's a block touch on the attack by Viola Ceballos. For Viola Ceballos, there's no 80%, there's no 70% when she goes up.
Out of system, but still 100% on the power. The only time you will see her do an off-speed shot is pag sobrang alanganin na talaga nung set.
And that's very rare. I mean, Fiola, she doesn't know any gear but 5. Challenge system. And I'm guessing it's really, you know, the setup of these cameras, 23 high-speed cameras, to set it up in a new venue. I mean, it's our first game here today since we started the challenge system, to set these up, to get them synchronized. Takes a lot of technical skill and know-how, that's for sure. And there's obviously an algorithm that they're going to show. I believe we get an early word here. This challenge will be unsuccessful. There's no block touch, so the correct call was made, and the point will stay with the Angels. So only one challenge remaining for Coach Pascua and the high-speed hitters. 2 more challenges still for Coach Ricafort and the Angels. Di Maculangan goes to Ceballos. That was a little low.
Another low reverse set from Di Maculangan, this time to Fiona Ceballos.
So back-to-back errors for the high-speed hitters, and the game is tied at 9. Our officials, by the way, Lumer Pajarillo, our first referee, Herbert Matematico, our second referee, Vander Weide with a serve at 9-all. Basas. Yes! And the high-speed hitters needed a point. They gave up 2 in a row.
And they're still keeping that 1-point lead against the Angels. It's nice to see Chinchin Basas score again for PLDT.
And we mentioned she's back in the starting lineup after not starting versus F2 in a 3-set loss. Samoilenko. One-handed dig for Vander Weide. That's still playable, but Janelle Cheng just unable to make a good pass.
They don't have much space dito sa side because the technical table is here, the coaching staff is there. So once the ball goes there, medyo may ilang yung mga defenders na habol dun sa bola.
11 serving 9. So after a 2-point run by the Angels, the high-speed hitters answer with a mini run of their own. Middle attack, ready, Palma. That is another point. So 3 straight points here for... So, I beg your pardon, that stops the 2-point run by the high-speed hitters, and it's a 1-point game again. 10 serving 11. Samuelenko. Yes!
Donut hole sa depensa ng Petro Gazz. Lindsay van der Weide and Remy Palma was just looking at each other, waiting for somebody to pick up that drop shot from Samuelenko.
High-speed hitters always finding a way to keep the Angels at bay. Block at the net by the high-speed hitters, and nobody picks up the loose ball for the Angels.
They've had multiple miscues already, talking about the backcourt defense of Petro Gazz.
Del Palomata, excellent defensive play at the net against MJ Phillips.
That was a good cover from Bang Pineda.
3-point advantage for the high-speed hitters. Cheng goes to Pablo. Yes. But these points have been far and few between for the Angels, and they need to get longer stops.
And someone has to score consecutively for the Petro Gazz Angels to erase this deficit.
Angels down by a set after losing the first 25-19. Samoilenko is rejected. There you go, 2 straight points for the Angels.
That was such a high ball to get.
So it's a 1-point game, chance to tie for Jonas Abete and the Angels here. Good receive by Samoilenko. Chinbasas with a push. Myla Pablo off the block. Yes, here we go. We're tied at 13. 3 straight points for the Angels.
Now it's Myla Pablo doing the damage for the side of Petro Gazz. This time scoring off the hands of Chinbasas.
Chance to take the lead for the first time in the second set for the Angels. Makulangan to the middle. Del Palomata, that's over received. Chance ball for the high-speed hitters. Samoilenko. Pablo picking it up. Cheng underhand set. Chance ball this time for the high-speed hitters. Samoilenko. Sabete with a dig. Pablo off speed. Arado back to Samoilenko. Bang Pineda, another excellent dig. Back go attack, van der Weide, that's blocked at the net. Pablo pushes. Samoilenko. Rejected, it goes outside. The high-speed hitters get a stop and they're back on top by 1.
After multiple attempts, Elena Samoilenko finally getting a point off the block. Now double substitution will be made by Coach Raul Ricafort, Chiside, and Aiza Maizo Pontillas will come in.
All right, let's get to our hashtag PVL Asks. A question from Don Macandili. Sino kaya ang makakarami ng puto today? Hashtag PVL Reinforced Conference. Again, the term puto is a dig. So it's not because we're in Laguna and you're talking about, I'm getting hungry all of a sudden. Puto binyan. Send your answers in, all right? Who gets the most digs? MJ Phillips ties the game again at 14.
Soltones will be serving for Myla Pablo. A defensive substitution for Coach Rald.
And Soltones has settled into her new role as a service specialist for the Angels. A 3-time MVP in college.
With that double substitution, Petro Gazz will now have 3 attackers on the floor in the form of Maizo Pontillas, MJ Phillips, and Lindsay van der Weide. And with that, they grab a 1-point lead against the PLDT high-speed hitters.
Block there. I think it's going to be credited on MJ Phillips. So on top for the first time in the second set. The Angels 15-14. There's another block against Palomata. Samoilenko. Yes! Targeting the back line. knew Rexus Otones was still a little cold off the bench. 15 all, second set. Samoilenko and the high-speed hitters up 1-0. Sayed is in the game, team captain. Pontillas attacking. He has a Viray, sets it up for Ceballos. Oh, Fiola Ceballos. It wasn't her most powerful attack yet, but great strategic position. And PLDT up by 1, 16-15 against Petro GAZZ, set number 2. Bingo Plus, the first live streaming bingo in the Philippines. Del Palomata and the high-speed hitters lead by 1 here. 16-15, and they're up 1-0. She's been blocked a couple of times, but Del, she's pretty resilient. Although she must step up today, coming off a 3-point performance in a 3-set loss versus F2. Meanwhile, off the bench, Pontillas and team captain Chi Sayed on the floor for the Angels. Let's see if they can make a difference here today. Sayed sets it up, back to Pontillas. Samoilenko is right there. The set for Ceballos. Picked up by Vander Weide. Sayed back to Vander Weide. Ceballos. Oh, again, she's going all out on that attack.
Great set from Rhea de Maculangan. Papunta kay Fiola Ceballos. Getting the commitment of MJ Phillips kay Del Palomata. So you also have to give credit to these middle blockers going for explosive approaches every single time kahit hindi sila laging nabibigyan ng bola.
MJ Phillips picked up by Samoilenko. Chance to attack here. Basas back row. Picked up by Soltones. In the middle, Del Palomata dug up by Sayed. Pontillas going up off the block. Viray picking it up. Ceballos again. Ceballos rejected.
Ceballos slamming into the wall of the block of Aiza Maizo Pontillas.
One-point game. 16 serving 17. MJ Phillips. Ceballos again. Oh, this time gets it through the Palma Pontillas block.
That signature power from Fiola Ceballos. Walang kapaguran.
She only stands 5'7", but I mean, when she jumps and she hits that ball, it looks like more like 6'3" attacker.
That's mainly the reason why she's there in the starting unit. Kailangan ni Coach George Pascua ng outside hitter na matibay yung loob. And when push comes to shove, hindi masyadong mag-iingat when it comes to attacking the defense of their opponent. But Petro GAZZ will get this point.
You like how 3 high-speed hitters sacrificing their body diving for the loose ball. Although the point will go to the Angels as Cheng and Sapete return to the game. Take a look there. Basas is down. De Maculangan's going down. Samoilenko will dive as well. Just excellent effort. I'm sure Coach Pascua is loving that. 1-point game, chance to tie again for the Angels. Reyes. Vander Weide. Yes, Vander Weide ties the game at 18.
He's been quiet so far, getting checked by the blockers and defenders of the high-speed hitters. But it's crunch time.
Angels need this win. Janelle Cheng serving. From the middle, Ceballos Cheng picks it up. Pineda will play setter. Vander Wide attacks. Palma. What a save by Arado. Ceballos. Cheng, back set. Sabete dug up by Basas. What an exchange. Ceballos blocked. Arado again. Samoilenko sacrificing her body one more time, but unable to keep the ball alive. You gotta admire Elena Samoilenko. Take a look again here at what she does. All 6'5" of her diving right in front of us.
And Viola Ceballos is down.
Punching her hamstring. She's getting help. I hope it's nothing serious. She's favoring her left leg. She's going to need help getting off the court.
I think something happened when she fell down a while ago. She was holding on to her left knee.
Let's hope everything's okay with Viola Ceballos, who's been playing a great game here today. She's a part of the starting lineup. At the start of the preliminary round, she was coming off the bench. There's the landing.
Oh, I think nag-snap yung left knee.
No second touch in that sequence for the high-speed hitters as they find themselves down by 2, the biggest lead right now for the Angels. First timeout of the set called by Coach Pasco after this miscue by the high-speed hitters.
Ngayon, Rhea, nakita mo rito. Nandito na yung blocker. Go for Lena. Ha? Kasi dadalawa yung spiker mo eh. Ngayon, dadalawa. Sige, paraningin mo rito. Para ito bumuka lang. And then, kuha po sa gitna. Ha? Yan. Okay, let's go.
Tuloy lang, tuloy lang!
Okay, Kenny. Pagka may receipt.
Right now, the high-speed hitters, they're looking tentative on the floor, especially after that bad landing by Viola Ceballos, who's still being looked at by the team trainers. Again, we hope she's okay. They're flexing her knee. Maybe it's just a sprain. Oh, we hope so. She can get back to the court either today or their next game, because they're going to need her help. Right now, this is the biggest lead for the Angels in the second set, 2018. Nika Reyes off the block. She gets the point. PLDT needed that.
And now that Joby Prado is in the ball game, it's up to her to provide that support na naiwan ni Viola Ceballos.
Prado did not play in the 3-set loss versus F2. Meanwhile, Di Maculangan, 8 excellent sets, and they're just in the second set, so much better performance for her. A great save by Di Maculangan. Cheng sets it up. Diray will go after it, but to no avail. Oh, Diray is down. We hope she's okay.
I think she hit her head in one of our billboards here.
But she's okay. Yeah, she's just a little bit banged up. And a round of applause from the crowd here for the effort that's being put out there by Nieza Biray and Catarado as well. Take a look again at Biray. Just going after the ball, and there she slammed her head. She's okay. Service ace for Vander Wide. It's the biggest lead now of the Angels at 3, 22-19.
After that bad landing of Viola Ceballos, nagkagulo bigla itong PLDT high-speed hitters.
We got a report about Viola Ceballos from Rain Tixon. Rain?
Viola Ceballos' left knee is currently being assessed by PLDT's medical staff. Fortunately, she can bend her knee, and we'll try to get more updates in a few moments. Back to the panel.
All right, thank you, Rain. We saw as much earlier, so we hope it's nothing but good news Blocked by Palma. It's now a 4-point lead for the Angels. Let's listen to PLDT.
Kay Kat, para makabelo ka. Adjust tayo. Nag-stop na naman tayo eh. Don't stop. Di ba naman tayo nananalo, di ba? Importante lang, mas ano tayo. Don't stop.
Final timeout for Coach Pascua. And he needs to call it now before it gets any worse. His team down by 4. This is the first time they're facing this type of adversity versus the Angels. Vander Weide has been playing so well here in the second set. Just when I say that, high-speed hitters get a break off a service error by Vander Weide. This is coming off a service ace, by the way, so good timeout.
Icing the server of the Gazz Angels, but now the PLDT high-speed hitters have 3 attackers on the floor. They have Chin Basas, Mika Reyes, and Elena Samoylenko. So now is the time to make that counter run because they were leading a while ago. But now the lead is with the PETRO GAZZ Angels at 4 as they get to set point first.
The block goes outside, and Coach Pascua elects not to challenge because it clearly bounced off the forearm of Lena Samoylenko. So this is 4 set points for the Angels, 24 serving 20. Chance to tie it 1 set each. Reyes saves 1 of 4 set points.
That unexpected play, that short slide from Dimakulangan to Mika Reyes. Getting the point back for PLDT.
But they've got to work extra hard. They need 3 more. And that's what Coach Pascua is telling them, raising his hand with a 3 signal. What a save by Prado. Prado will attack from the back row. From the middle, MJ Phillips says enough is enough.
The quick play from Cheng to Phillips to close out set number 2, and we are tied at 1 set apiece.
MJ Phillips, the big hero in the second set. And the Angels win 25-21 against the PLDT high-speed hitters.
Of PETRO GAZZ Angels. Ray Dimakulangan, setter of PLDT high-speed hitters. Ang PLDT high-speed hitters ay mabait and masayahin.
Ang PETRO GAZZ Angels ay kami yung team na lagi kami underdog sa totoo lang. Ang PETRO GAZZ po ay masayang-masaya kapag, syempre, nananalo kami.
Happiest kami kapag sama-sama kami nananalo. Pag wala sa court, mahanap mo ang PLDT high-speed hitters sa mall.
Favorite bonding place kasi namin yung kapihan ni Coach Rod kasi perfect yung coffee.
Ang mindset namin ay dapat palagi kaming sama-sama.
Ang PETRO GAZZ Angels mindset for this conference, kahangad ko pa rin po talaga na sa amin pa rin ang title. Kaya, syempre, we have to perform our very best.
The PETRO GAZZ Angels bounce back after giving up set number 1. PLDT still controlled the attacking 18-12, but this time around PLDT had more errors, and when they lost Fiola Ceballos on the floor, that was the time that PETRO GAZZ took over and got the lead.
Well, we hope again Ceballos is okay. Went down late in the second set, but it seemed like a left knee problem. But she could, as per the trainers and as per the report by Rain, she could flex her knee. So that's a good sign. We hope to see her back here in the third set.
They will do a couple of tests first to check if there would be pain every time she moves or if she jumps, because they don't want to
aggravate the situation. But looking at the lineup here of the PLDT high-speed hitters, we have Jules Samonte seeing action for the first time, a former starter who did not play in their loss versus F2, and she's been struggling here in the reinforced conference. There she is, Jules Samonte. Single-digit performance so far for her, and we know how good she is. She's, can score in double digits if she wanted to. There's a miscue there. Error on the attack for Palma, and the first point of the third set goes to the high-speed hitters.
And she doesn't have much of a choice. I mean, her number is called, so Jules has to step up and be very stable on the defensive end. Because sometimes, yung mga outside hitters, pag may reinforcement na kasama, sa depensa sila inaasahan. Let the reinforcement score as long as you receive well and defend well. Wala na tayong problema doon.
Basas blocked. Samonte trying to save it. Unsuccessful. Meanwhile, it's the same starting six for the Angels with Sabete, Palma, Pablo, Cheng, Vander Weide on the floor, along with Bang Pineda. Samoilenko. Cheng chasing after it, underhand set. Pablo with the attack. Samoilenko again. Oh, Pineda, what a save. There's a miscue from Cheng.
Second ball should always be the setter's ball to get, unless they ask for help. So Palma was in no position to get that ball.
2-1 in favor of Basas and the high-speed hitters. Nice pass from Vander Weide. Sabete is rejected.
Tried to challenge the blockers, but no go, says Elena Samoilenko. Just roofing Jonah Sabete as she tried to go down the line.
She would have a better shot if she went down in the middle of the blockers, right? Because Palomata was a little bit late.
She could have gone through the seam in between the blockers or through that sharp cross-court angle from the right wing.
Cheng sends it to Pablo. Oh, on the line, Myla Pablo.
An early challenge will be used by the coaching staff of the high-speed hitters. They will be challenging if that ball went in or out.
All right, so Coach Pascua is challenging and saying the ball is outside because the call was in. First challenge in the third set for the high-speed hitters. Beautiful shot of the City of Santa Rosa multipurpose complex. High-speed hitters.
Siguro maya-maya makikita na po natin punong-puno na itong lower box section natin.
It's just a matter of time. The VIP section is obviously sold out and already full with the limited seats there. Challenged by Coach Pascua and the high-speed hitters, ball in, ball out. Or more specifically, the ball was out because Lumer Pajarillo says it was in. Our first referee, Lumer Pajarillo. All right. So it is. Ooh.
That was outside.
That was out. So challenge successful for Coach Pascua. He still keeps his 2 challenges.
Good eye from the coaching staff of PLDT.
So a good start here for the high-speed hitters after losing the second set. They bounce back and lead by 3 early. 4-1. Nice serve. Janelle Cheng goes to Pablo once again. That hit the antenna. Pablo error. 5-1 high-speed hitters.
That short ball target of Chin Basas landed directly dun sa zone ni Remy Palma, and she was forced to get that first ball. Kaya wala tuloy atake dun sa gitna for the PETRO GAZZ Angels, and Cheng was forced to send it over to Myla Pablo.
Overpass. Samoilenko almost put it away. Giray will set it to Basas. Basas doesn't like it. Chance ball here for the Angels. Sabete. Blocked by Samoilenko again. Pablo with a tip. Samonte with a pass. Palomata. Pineda. Another chance ball here for the high-speed hitters. Palomata running. Sabete. Over the block. That's what you should do against a 6'5 blocker.
Such a smart hit from Jonas Sabete. And if you're the defender behind Elena Samoilenko, wala nang masyadong pupuntahan yung bola. So you can actually move forward and anticipate that drop ball.
Giray just a second too late for the pancake save. So the Angels snap a 4-0 run by the Angels. That could have been out, but Samoilenko picks it up anyway. Cheng. Phillips will set it up for Pablo. What a dig for Samonte. Samoilenko attacks. Vander Weide picking it up. Pablo again swipes it off the block, but unsuccessfully, says Dumer Pajarillo, our first referee. So that's a point for the high-speed hitters. And there's a challenge here for the Angels. They're saying there's a block touch by Dimaculangan. So there'll be a little bit of a break here. A challenge system implemented. Myla Pablo attempted to swipe it. Referees called the point in favor of the high-speed hitter, saying Dimaculangan didn't touch the ball off the swipe. But Coach Ral Ricafort of the Angels thinks otherwise. The Angels, 2 wins, 1 loss. They're coming off a win against the Chargers. They want to make it a 2-game winning streak today. Here we go. Yeah, there was.
Yep.
Successful challenge for Coach Ral Ricafort and the Angels. So both coaches with successful challenges, they will have 2 challenges still here in set number 3.
And tumawa na lang si Rhea Dimaculangan because when that challenge was made, she already knew that she touched the ball before it went outside.
Is there ever an instance, Neil, that you think you didn't touch it but you did?
Syempre, hindi aamin yung volleyball
No, but what I'm
players.
saying, like adrenaline and all that, wala. You always know you touched it.
It rarely happens, lalo na kung sobrang bilis lang ng bola. That's the only time na hindi mo siya mapapansin. But most of the time,
You know.
You know.
Let's check in with Rain Tixon.
Health was a big issue for the Angels in the Invitational Conference, but luckily the team is back and better than ever. Gretch Sultanes told me that the team was incredibly disappointed with their 6th seed finish in the Invitational Conference, so everyone focused on improving their individual performance to elevate the team's play. Gretch told me confidently that this team is even better than the team that went into the Open Conference that made it to the finals. They're stronger, healthier, and looking to book a ticket in the semifinals. Can they continue carrying their momentum into the 3rd set? Stay tuned here in set number 3.
All right, thank you, Rain. They are the defending champions of the Reinforced Conference, the PETRO GAZZ Angels. So they're definitely a heavy favorite. Pineda with the pass. There's a block against Vander Weide. Vander Weide with a pass here. Chance ball for the high-speed hitters. Samonte off Vander Weide. That's a point. Jules Samonte with her first point of the match. And that gives The high-speed hitters a 5-point lead against the Angels, 8-3 in set number 3. High-speed hitters versus the Angels in the first game of your Saturday doubleheader right here at the City of Santa Rosa Multipurpose Complex. Second game, it's a big one. Two undefeated teams, the Crossovers and the Cool Smashers. One has a record of 5-0, the other is 4-0. But right now, we have a close one here. There's a quick point.
Sneaky point for Janelle Cheng. Sometimes the intention is not to score a point, it's just to disrupt the defense of the high-speed hitters, and in that last sequence, it did work for Janelle Cheng and they scored a point.
Why the slow start for the Angels after winning set number 2? Right now, they're down by 4.
Their performance has been erratic so far in this specific game. They started out with a lot of errors. They bounced back to set number 2. And they're committing some amount of errors again here in set number 3.
But so far, they're on a 2-point run. This is the tail end. Myla Pablo going down the line. So from being down 4, they are within 3 here. Actually, the biggest lead of the high-speed hitters was 5. Samonte rejected.
She scored back-to-back points a while ago, but this time she gets rejected by the defense of Cheng.
So this is 3 unanswered points for the Angels. They are within 2. Sabete out of Escalante City in Negros Occidental. Nice serve, but Arado doing Cat Arado things. Samonte. Bang Pineda with the pass. Arado again with a dig. Samonte again, blocked again. What a save though by Basas and Dimaculangan. Chance ball for the Angels. 1-2 play, Janelle Cheng!
And Kat Arado actually saw that ball coming, but Del Palomata got a hand on it. And that's what I've been saying, that you have to stick to your zone, and that wasn't your responsibility already. It could have been a great save for Kat Arado, transition to their counter-attack.
From being down 5, Angels now within 1. Del Palomata, that's off the block. Chance to tie for the Angels. Here we go, Van der Weide, outside. That ends the 4-0 run by the Angels off an error by Van der Weide, but it's a close game now. Good serve by Del. A bad receive by Van der Weide. Worst pass by Pineda.
Another 3-point lead established by the high-speed hitters, and with the looks of it, Viola Ceballos is already going to wear her warmer, so I don't think she will be returning anytime soon for the high-speed hitters. So Jules Samonte will really have to play big if they want to get this third set.
Pablo, good save by Del Palomata. Samonte going above the blockers. Oh, beautiful low set. MJ Phillips, what an attack.
Slide attack for MJ Phillips. And from her transition to the opposite, to the middle, malaking adjustment yung zero tempo type of plays, but she has been getting it right for the PETRO GAZZ Angels. So that says so much about her athleticism as well.
2-point advantage here for the high-speed hitters. Tough angle for Samonte on the pass. Van der Weide. Yes!
Van der Weide pounding the block of Rhea de Maculangan.
1-point game, chance to tie for Myra Pablo and the Angels on this serve. Oh, and it's a good one. She gets an ace. The game is tied at 10.
For PLDT, this has always been their Achilles heel. Starting out strong and then nabibitin dun sa finishing kick.
And for the Angels, they've always come from behind so far in this entire match. Samonte, what an angle. Jules Samonte puts the high-speed hitters back on top.
Jules Samonte choosing the right angle. This time, avoiding the double block of the PETRO GAZZ Angels. Targeting that deep cross court.
11-10. Third set. We're tied at 1 set all. Both coaches with 2 challenges remaining. Good pass from Bang Pineda. There's Van der Weide will score and tie the game again.
Same strategy for Van der Weide. She knows that usually naka-establish na yung double block every time she's in the front row. She would always use the hands of the blockers to score for PETRO GAZZ.
Samonte. Oh! What a fast attack for Jules Samonte. Went down the line and put PLDT back on top. Samonte off the bench today. Big contributions for the high-speed hitters.
Instant 4-point production for Jules Samonte.
Former Lady Eagle and the season 79 Rookie of the Year. Van der Weide blocked. Pablo with coverage. Van der Weide will try again. Yazavirai passes to Elena Samoilenko. Sabete, one-handed dig. Chance ball, Samoilenko. Samoilenko attacks and connects.
Getting the check ball that he was asking for.
Back to a 2-point advantage for the high-speed hitters. 13-11. Not a good pass there by Pineda. Van der Weide on an off-system play. Oh, what an angle.
Clean hit from Lindsay Van der Weide.
Maculangan to Basas. Blocked.
No coverage once again behind the attackers of PLDT. And so far, yung mga bumabalik na bola sa PLDT, hindi ganun kabilis. So, it's very manageable for you to pop that up.
We're tied at 13. Samoilenko gets it off the block of Van der Weide. It's been that kind of exchange here between these two teams.
That has been the goal for Rhea de Maculangan, just to get Elena Samoilenko with a single block. Kung mapapansin natin, Mika Reyes did not approach for an A-quick, but she approached for a back-quick attempt that left Remy Palma way off in the left pin.
Off-speed attack for Jonas Sabete. The game is tied again. This is the kind of hump that the Angels are struggling with. They tie the game, but they can't take the lead, at least in the last few sequences. Let's see if they are more successful here. Lindsay Van der Weide, 15 already. Oh, service error. That's still the trend, Neil.
That's one aspect of her game that has been inconsistent. Her serving, the attacks are there. Now, double substitution will be made by Coach George Pascua. Wendy Ansemana will be setting, and Ellie Soyun will be occupying the opposite hitter position. That's the usual double sub of Coach George Pascua. If every time he needs complete attacking pattern in the front row.
Wendy Ansemana played in all sets of that loss versus F2, but she came off the bench, did not score a point. Service error on the serve by Wendy Ansemana. 15 all. That service outside as well. Both teams really struggling here with the serve. High-speed hitters back on top, 16-15 over the Angels' third set. A new and exciting season of the NBA is here. Watch all the action on NBA TV Philippines channel 96 in standard definition, now made more affordable on Signal on postpaid plan 290 and prepaid load 300. This special offer is available from October 15 until November 15 only, which is just 10 days from now. Back to the game. After the second technical timeout, high-speed hitters up by 1, but Samoilenko with an ace makes it a more comfortable 2-point advantage for the high-speed hitters.
With how things are going, once PLDT controls that service line, that's the time that they get their momentum going.
But it's been like a seesaw battle here. The high-speed hitters get a 2-point lead. There's a little stop that the Angels get, but they really haven't gotten a run, speaking of the Angels, to actually take control of this set. 1-point game, 16 serving 17, Sabete. Palomata, a single lady block by MJ Phillips. The game is tied on a 2-point run here by the Angels.
The zone 1 area was wide open for Del Palomata, but she decided to go for that cross court, and MJ Phillips was already there.
What a game for Phillips today.
She has improved a lot in terms of a net defense, and that will be their key to victory here in set number 3. The added fortification of the defense of the Gaz Angels.
Soyud into the net. A couple of errors for the high-speed hitters, and here we go. The Angels on top by 1, 18-17. There's a timeout going to be called by Coach Pascua. It's his first timeout of the third set. We'll listen in.
Balik kayo sa pattern. Kung hindi nyo bola, huwag nyo kunin. And then yung walang bola, ask for the ball. Ganun lang kadali. Basic volleyball lang naman tayo. Hindi naman kailangan nagtataranto tayo, di ba? Kailangan lang nakafocus lang tayo. Then, tataas nyo. Then, tandaan. Atakin natin. Hindi pa pwede nagagawan tayo sa first ball pero nawawala yung timing natin, ha? Okay, let's go. Let's go. Kaya pa yan. Okay, PLDT.
Nothing very specific in that huddle for Coach Pascua. There's Coach De Brito on your screens. They've got no game today. This is more scouting. There's Priscilla Rivera. Yesterday, 40-plus points. The most output by a reinforcement in this conference.
44, to be specific.
Just unbelievable performance yesterday from Priscilla Rivera. Meantime, back to the game here. Samoilenko, that's dug up by Vander Weide. Arado. Samoilenko again. This time she goes away from the middle and gets the line off Bang Pineda.
This is the support na kailangan ng PLDT now that Elena Samoilenko has been scoring at will. It's up to the three attackers in the front row right now to punch in a little bit more para hindi masyadong bantay sarado itong reinforcement ng high-speed hitters.
5 for Del Palomata already in the game. Semana unable to save it. But the Angels still holding on to a slim 1-point advantage. Take a look here at the Pablo attack, getting it off the block. Third set, 1 set all, but the Angels up by 1 here as Gretchen Soltones is back in the game to serve. Scored 1 point in that win versus the Chargers. Back row, Samoilenko. Soltones from the back row. Samoilenko picks it up. Semana will set it. Soyud. Yes, Elise Soyud ties the game.
Going down the wire between these two teams. Babalik si Rhea de Macolangan and Chin Basas to close things out for the high-speed hitters.
But there's Soyud. She's coming off a 7-point performance as a starter in that loss versus F2. There's Di Maculangan. She's back along with Chin Basas with the finishing touch to this third set.
But the two main scorers of the PETRO GAZZ Angels are there, Lindsay Vander Weide and MJ Phillips, alongside Janelle Cheng.
Samonte wins the joust, but the ball is still live. There's another joust, won by Basas. Chance ball here for Arado and the high-speed hitters. Mika Reyes with a push, Cheng with a save. Vander Weide through the block and scores. Angels back on top by 1.
Great hustle from the PETRO GAZZ Angels. And Lindsay Vander Weide just found that seam.
Take a look at Bang Pineda. Jump up and celebrate like they won the set already. They're still 5 points away. And more importantly, they're 1 point up versus the high-speed hitters. 2019 third set. Mika Reyes, ball is still alive. Palma with a save. Chance ball for the high-speed hitters. Samonte, blocked by Vander Weide. It's a 2-point lead for the Angels.
Two tall blockers were already there in the left wing for the PETRO GAZZ Angels. So Rhea de Macolangan might want to utilize the left pin because it's Janelle Cheng there. And in terms of liability, siya yung pinaka pwedeng daanan ng mga attackers because of her height.
Mika Reyes. Cheng underhand pass. Vander Weide, Arado with a dig. Samoilenko back row attack. Soltones with a dig. Vander Weide, Arado diving for it. Basas, one-handed dig for Phillips. Vander Weide tips it. Yes! Vander Weide back-to-back points. It's a 3-point lead for the Angels.
Another miscue on the side of PLDT. This time between Rhea de Macolangan and Elena Samoilenko on the transition defense. That was practically a chance ball for the high-speed hitters.
Coach Pascua calls his final timeout. We'll listen in.
Yung laban, ino-over na lang yung bola. Idig natin yung bola. Then say mine, ito oh. To avoid mga errors. Ito lang.
Pag-depensa nila yung palo, tuloy pa rin tayo. Huwag tayo mag-stop.
Don't stop. Diyan po piyasa. Pag binigay ang bola, sige. Wala. Wala sa sarili.
You can see the grit in the defense of the PETRO GAZZ Angels. There were a lot of hits from the side of PLDT, but they kept on getting it up. And it doesn't matter if you drag it to a long rally because Cheng will have Lindsay Vander Weide available for that attack.
But you like how Kat Arado has been directing the defensive, positioning for the high-speed hitters. Talking to Samoilenko, who's attacking right now. What a dig for Sabete. Basas. That's Off the block, says Lumer Pajarillo, our first referee. Back row. What a sacrifice there for Sabete to keep it alive, and she's back on the floor. What a combination! There's a block against Samonte from defense to defense for the Angels. And take a look at the crowd, appreciate the action.
Let's give half that point to Jonas Sabete. And half that point to the monster block of the Petro Gazz Angels. Again, no coverage behind for PLDT.
Wow. 4-point advantage for the Angels. Samoilenko. Vander Weide will get it. Vander Weide delivers. This is going to be 5 set points for the Angels.
PLDT can't seem to get that one stop. Attackers frustrated with the floor defense of the Petro Gazz Angels. And they have 3 attackers in the front row.
What a run for the Angels. MJ Phillips with a serve. Samoilenko back row, and she will get or save 1 set point. There are 4 more to go. Tense moment for fans of the high-speed hitters. Cheng, Vander Weide, she's had a hot hand, but Arado with a good dig. Samoilenko with a power tip. She's rejected by Cheng.
Remy Palma getting another monster block. 2 crucial blocks brought to you by Remy Palma a while ago against Jules Samonte, this time against Elena Samoilenko. And they will secure set number 3.
And go up 2 sets to 1 here. The Angels, great defensive plays down the stretch to go up 2 sets to 1 against the high-speed hitters. Two sets to 1 advantage for the Angels. A come from behind win in set number 3, where they were down by as many as 5 at the beginning. But they fought back, and after several defensive plays down the stretch, they carved out a 25-20 win. Let's take a look at highlights in set number 3. Sapete was instrumental. Del Palomata also delivering, but there were key blocks against Palomata and several key defensive miscues on the part of high-speed hitters that allowed the Angels to get some momentum in the 3rd set.
Petro Gazz won that set mainly because of their floor defense and net defense. The attacks just kept coming naturally for the Gazz Angels after sequence by sequence na ang ganda ng pinapakita ng defenders ng Petro Gazz. This time, they overtake the PLDT high-speed hitters in attacking 15-11 and a massive 7-point output in the blocking department to get a 2 sets to 1 advantage.
So despite the +4 in errors for the Angels, won comfortably 25-20 against the high-speed hitters and are on the brink of taking home this match and starting a 2-game winning streak with a win in the set, or in set number 4, which is just around the corner. Hi everybody, Eric Tipan with Neil Flores, Rain Tixon, and the first of your Saturday doubleheader. Angels with a 2-win, 1-loss record in a good position to solidify a an opportunity to make it to the semifinals. Meanwhile, the high-speed hitters, 1 win, 3 losses. They've lost 3 straight games and looking to bounce back here today. MJ Phillips, what a game for her. Back-to-back double-digit performances for Phillips. Palma was instrumental in that 3rd set win with a block. And a little friendly banter between Palma and Mika Reyes. Obviously, college foes and up until the pros. But off the court, these ladies are good friends. 4th set just about to get underway right here at the City of Santa Rosa Multipurpose Complex. Cheng van der Weide, she has had a hot hand since mid-3rd set.
I think she's already at that 20-point mark. And that is expected from her. And for PLDT, it doesn't matter if you get blocked because that's part of every game. What matters is that you give that support to your attackers because there were a lot of sequence a while ago na okay lang na mablock pero ang taas nung balik ng bola or mabagal yung balik ng bola but nobody's picking it up.
Eli Soyud with the point to tie the game at 1-all here in set number 4. Jules Samonte has been up and down so far since her return when Fiola Ceballos got injured in the 2nd set. Samonte with a service error. Semana is starting here in set number 4 in favor of Rhea Di Maculangan. That attack is a point for Samoilenko off the block.
If there's one consistent player on the floor right now for the high-speed hitters, it has been Elena Samoilenko.
Mika Reyes with the serve. Not a good pass for Van der Weide. Sapete. Oh, Sapete with a little push. Got it off the outstretched arms of the defenders. Eli Soyud just unable to catch up with it.
Might be the only set for the PETRO GAZZ Angels that they would be starting with a lead. It has been PLDT getting the lead in the early parts of every single set.
No combination there. Eli Soyud saved by Bang Pineda. Pablo hits it. Semana goes back to Soyud. Soyud, yes!
Change of setters, possession for Coach George Pascua. Wendy Semana will be replacing Rhea Di Maculangan in the starting unit. Let's see if this changes things up for the high-speed hitters.
Eli Soyud, former lady spiker from LaSalle, and then she moved to Adamson. Pablo into the net. So after starting off on top, Angels find themselves down by 1. 4 serving 3. Good serve. Over received. Samoilenko just unable to put it away. Pablo. Saved by Palomata. Chance ball here for the Angels. MJ Phillips. Arado one-handed save. Samoilenko plays setter. Chance ball given up by the high-speed hitters. MJ Phillips rejected by Samoilenko.
Now, this time, defense naman ginagawa ni Elena Samoilenko. She actually set that ball to Jules Samonte for a pipe attack. But they gave out a free ball papunta sa PETRO GAZZ.
Yeah, Jules seems a little hesitant after she was blocked multiple times in the 3rd set. Here are some answers to our PVL asks. Sino kaya makakarami ng puto today? We'll check out some of your replies. From Maria, parang ang dami ng puto ni Arado. Sino ang nananaig sa PLDT or Angels? Patibayan talaga ang laban ng Petro at PLDT ngayon.
We have another tweet from Jubilin. Parang magluluto ng puto si Mika Reyes. PLDT high-speed hitters fighting.
I didn't get that though. Magluluto ng puto si Mika Reyes. Jesse De Leon is in the game for the first time. That's a legal move. That kick by Semana, and that push was just a little long for Eli Soyud.
It was a good foot save from Wendy and Semana, but too strong for that push from Eli Soyud.
If viewers still remember when that was an illegal move, then you're too old. Because it used to be.
You can use any part of your body, basta isang motion lang.
Right. Soyud again with another error. Back-to-back errors here for Soyud and the high-speed hitters. Angels are back on top by 1.
You have to be patient every time you run your offense. That's the second time that she put that over on the second touch. And you have Elena Samoilenko here in the left wing waiting for that set.
Let's check in with Rain Tixon.
Like any other four-set match, PLDT head coach George Pascual reminded his team to just hold on. He told the high-speed hitters not to focus too much on their errors because eventually that's going to happen. He said that they should just focus on their plays and continue to play on. He told the team to read the opponent's moves, go back to the basics, and not overcomplicate their plays. Meanwhile, things are looking good for Fiola Ceballos. Team staff told me that the initial diagnosis is a cold muscle on the left calf, but she is still under observation. Her return is still uncertain, so we'll just have to wait and see if she checks back in to the panel.
All right, thank you, Rain. Prayers going out to Fiola Ceballos that we hope everything is A-okay and it's just a pulled muscle. But Samoilenko with back-to-back points, she puts PLDT on top by 1, 7-6. But there is going to be a challenge. After the last point, they're saying Samoilenko, that was a back row attack, and assistant coach Arnold Danyog is saying she stepped on the attack line on the way up. That's a challengeable call. Here we go. Another great shot of our venue, City of Santa Rosa Multipurpose Complex. We're here today. I think we're going to be here next week as well, Saturday. So if you want to watch, you better buy your tickets as early as now. There's a footfall challenge being held up by assistant coach Arnold Lanyok. Angels and the high-speed hitters tied 6-all, but these ladies in red have a 2-1 advantage.
And aside from our marquee match later on at 5:30, people are also anticipating the matchup on November 8th, which will be this coming Tuesday. It's going to be F2 against the Creamline Cool Smashers. And I think it's going to be in the Araneta Coliseum.
Yeah. We're going to be at the Big Dome on Tuesday. This is taking a while to develop. Again, 23 high-speed cameras around the court being set up each and every game day. So we get the calls just right here in the Premier Volleyball League. And it took a while for the system to be implemented. It should have been at the start of the conference, but because of technical difficulties, I had to fine-tune everything. Here we go. All right, we're still. Oh, it's non-judgeable because they did not capture. Were they not able to capture the action? I guess that's the reason. Obviously, the players cannot believe it. Disappointed. So the call will stand. It's a point by Samoilenko. She ties. No, wait a minute. That should have been. That's supposed to be 7-6 already. If that's the case. If that's a non-challengeable call, the lead will go to the high-speed hitters. It was already at 7-6 earlier. There's Angels head coach Ral Ricafort. George Pascua, the head coach of the high-speed hitters. Are we still waiting for a challenge, or was it a non-judgeable call?
If it will be non-judgeable, I think it will be the decision of the first referee, and that call will stick. That will be a point for the high-speed hitters.
All right, so it's 7-6. There you go. Lead with the high-speed hitters. That's 2 straight points for Samoilenko. After being down 6-5, they are up 7-6. Okay, so it was not a non-judgeable call. It was just an unsuccessful challenge. Is that right?
Yep, it was unsuccessful. Initially, I thought that it was unjudgeable, but they said that it was unsuccessful.
All right, so only one challenge remaining for the Angels as they get a stop off MJ Phillips and tie the game at 7.
Great tempo. Again, 0 tempo on that A-quick.
MJ Phillips has really improved as a middle attacker for the Angels. Samonte, what an angle. Got Vander Weide on the chest and scores. And the high-speed hitters back on top, courtesy of Samonte's point. Take a look here, another angle. Jules Samonte. Her points have been few and far between, but this one, PLDT needed. And they're on top, 8-7 over PETRO GAZZ, set 4. Our venue slowly getting filled up for our marquee matchup today between 2 undefeated teams. Crossovers and the Cool Smashers. 5-0, 4-0, their respective records. Jesse De Leon, former Tigers, comes off the bench to serve for the high-speed hitters, up by 1. Cheng goes to Vander Weide. De Leon picking it up, over-received. Palma unable to get a point off the dump. Samoilenko off speed on the back row. There's a net touch going to be called on Janelle Cheng. Janelle Cheng was asking Remy Palma, ako ba?
He wasn't sure. But yes, it was Janelle Cheng who touched that net.
And she was the only one who jumped as well, so that's hilarious.
Siguro nagtataka si Remy Palma, bakit ko tinatanong mo?
Serve into the net for Jesse De Leon. De Leon getting some tips on the serve from Coach Pascua. Samoilenko with tip from the back row, banking it. That was right there. Vander Weide gets it. Somebody touched the net.
Yeah, it was Mika Reyes.
9-all, another close one.
Ooh. I think Mika Reyes touched the net first before
Vander Weide.
Vander Weide.
Elisoyu, back row, single lady block, Vander Weide.
Taking control of the defense of the PETRO GAZZ Angels. Single block against Elisoyu.
The Angels take the lead, 10-9. Set 4. They are up 2-1. Samoilenko, back row. They can't rotate her up in front. Going to be a free ball here for the high-speed hitters. Combination play. They go to the back row and an easy block there for Remy Palma.
This was the rotation kung saan sila nahirapan in that late run of the PETRO GAZZ Angels in set number 3. So they have to be able to get Elena Samoilenko back in front to maximize her full potential.
Janelle Cheng has been serving well, and the team has been... Ooh, just when I say that, the serve is outside. Still a 1-point lead though for the Angels, 11-10. Good pass, Cheng. Vander Weide. Ooh! Vander Weide, full swing on that attempt, and she gets a kill.
Swinging like there's no tomorrow. Miss Worldwide getting another point.
2-point cushion for the Angels, 12 serving 10. Good pass by Arado. Samonte off a combination play and she scores.
They've been blocked pag ginagawa nila yung combination play from the middle. But when you hit it from that angle, it's up to the attackers talaga to find yung kamay ng blocker na pwede niyang gamitin.
Chance to tie for the high-speed hitters on the Samonte serve, 11-12. Cheng goes to the middle, Palma. That's dug up by Semana. Soyud, cross-court, net touch against Palma, I think.
Tied again.
That's been the trend this entire match.
Del Palomata still not in the ball game for the high-speed hitters.
And also, Rhea Di Maculangan has not seen action here in set number 4. Underhand set going to Pablo. Samonte pops it up, not high enough.
Catarado tried to chase that ball.
So the Angels back on top by 1. The pace has slowed down considerably here in the middle of set number 4. Semana goes to Soyud, dug up by Cheng. Pablo against 3 blockers. She clips the line.
The PLDT will challenge that call.
Ball in, ball out challenge. They're saying it's out. The call was it's in. Technical committee is actually right behind us here. That's where they're running the entire system of the challenge. A little cloudy in Santa Rosa City for our Saturday doubleheader featuring the Angels and the high-speed hitters in our first game, and then the crossovers, the Cool Smashers, 2 teams undefeated so far in the Reinforced Conference with a 5-0 and 4-0 record respectively. After today though, one will sustain their first loss. There you go, it's right on the line. That's a pretty bad challenge if you're PLDT. It was clearly in. They were challenging that it was out. The call was in, so the call stands. There will be no overturn.
They will lose that challenge. And the coaching staff is here on the other side of the court. So medyo mahirap makita if it actually dropped in.
So both teams with 1 challenge remaining. Each team gets 2 challenges per set, but you can't carry it over to the next set. So you either use it or lose it. 2-point advantage for the Angels now, 14-12. No whistle yet to serve for Palma. Got a little excited. All right, here we go. Halfway through in the 4th set. Angels up 2-1. Semana goes to Samoilenko. Yes!
placed shot from Elena Samoilenko. Again, identifying that zone 1 area empty on the side of the Angels.
A really tall front line here for the high-speed hitters with Mika Reyes in the back row, De Leon, Samoilenko, and Soyud in front. MJ Phillips outside. So 2 straight points for the high-speed hitters. The game is tied. There's going to be a challenge, I think.
Lock touch.
Lock touch? Are they? Yep. They're thinking about it. All right, so Coach Roderick Ford saying no more challenge. They should be more decisive with these things, though, because that's a delay in the game,
and they can be given a warning
for this. That's a huge delay.
The point will stay with the high-speed hitters.
So 14 all, 2-point run here for the high-speed hitters. Chance to take the lead for the high-speed hitters, but they can't get a stop. Laila Pablo with a kill. Sabete and the Angels looking to add to this 1-point advantage. Soyud. Nah. Soyud says nope. Let's tie the game at 15.
These two teams are just exchanging points. What a time to go back to your regular rotation. Coach George Pascua deciding to bring back Rhea de Maculangan and Chin Basas at the midpoint mark of this set.
Service long for Di Maculangan. So an easy point for the Angels as they take us to our second technical timeout, up by 1 against the high-speed hitters, set number 4. Set 4 has slowed down considerably between the Angels and the high-speed hitters. Coach Pascua find himself and the team down by 1, 15-16 against Coach Roderick Fort and the Angels. They are also down 2-1. So they're in a must-win situation right now. Otherwise, Coach Ricafort and the Red Shirts are going to go up to 3-1 in the standings and will push the high-speed hitters down to 1-5. Soltones is back in the game to serve. I stand corrected, 1-4 if the high-speed hitters lose today. Vander Weide, that's popped up by Arado. Samoilenko with a push. Cheng, here's Pineda, passes to Vander Weide, uses the left hand. De Leon will score!
Jessica De Leon getting her first attack point of the game with that power tip. And now, nasa likod na naman si Elena Samoilenko. Every time she's in the back row, that's the time that PETRO GAZZ gets the lead.
This is the Achilles heel of the high-speed hitters. Could have been a violation on De Leon right there, interfering. Overreach, but they let it go, and the point goes to the high-speed hitters. Just an update. The Angels have no more challenges remaining. High-speed hitters with one more challenge left. There's a good block by Samonte. High-speed hitters on top by 1, 17-16. Samonte goes up against 2 blockers. Off speed, picked up by Vander Weide. Sultanes from the back row gets it to crawl above the block.
That's a bonus point for the PETRO GAZZ Angels because every time she's subbed in, it's usually for defensive purposes. But dahil nakababa pa itong si Vander Weide off that dig, the setter had no choice but to set it to that back row attack.
And I miss seeing that high-flying attack of Rexel Sultanes. Samonte off the block. She gets the point right back. Anybody's set here. High-speed hitters with the lead by 1, 18-17. That serve is long. De Leon upset it herself.
Yeah, they're still having problems.
No team getting any sort of momentum here, Neil,
Yeah.
with these errors. Tumakulangan, back to Samonte. Cross court is good for Jules Samonte. She's finally getting her stride late in the 4th set.
Steadier performance in this 4th frame for Jules Samonte, getting back-to-back points. And that was against Lindsay Vander Weide and Remy Palma. Babalik ulit si Wendy Ansemana and Ellie Soyu. They started out this set and they already got their motion going. So siguro that's the reason why binabalik sila ni Coach George Pasqua.
High-speed hitters on top by 2 after that service ace by Wendy Ansemana.
Good substitution for Coach George Pasqua. Wendy Ansemana finding the right target. Getting the reinforcement of PETRO GAZZ out of system.
Vander Weide. Oh, what a dig by Arado. Back row attack, Samoilenko. She let it go. Cheng and Sultanes. And now it's a 3-point lead for the high-speed hitters. Timeout, Angels.
Opening the line. 4 or 5. Go over, sir. Sa kanila. Maximize na natin yung yung chance ball na serve. Huwag nyo na mabibilisan para makukuha na blocker si Ren. Babagalan na natin. Puro short naman eh. Nasakpan na natin. Go tayo. Yung back row na yan alam niyo naman yung pato yun eh. Sa kanya, di ba dito ako sa kabilang side? Nakalati ka pa rin. Go tayo, go tayo.
Right now. Chip away, guys.
What do the Angels need to do, Neil?
Right now, they have to be steady on the first pass. That's their immediate target. Dahil it started with that out-of-system pass from the reinforcement. And if they can actually hide her and just get her to focus on her attacks dahil nandiyan naman si Bang Pineda katabi niya, that would be better for the PETRO GAZZ Angels.
Sabete with an off-speed, dug up by Samonte. Samoilenko, back row. Cheng to Vander Weide. Semana picking it up. Arado will play setter. Samoilenko, back row. That's outside.
They will not challenge that call.
A 3-point run is done for the high-speed hitters. It's a 2-point game. Vander Weide is in the back row serving for the Angels. Samonte. Oh, Jules Samonte. What a time for her to heat up.
Big numbers for Jules Samonte, and with that hit, they bring back Elena Samoilenko in the front row to finish it off for the high-speed hitters. They're on the verge of challenging PETRO GAZZ to another 5 sets.
Good serve from Jules Samonte. Cheng sets it up. They go to Saltones. Great coverage by the Angels. It's an overpass. Samoilenko is rejected. Soyud with a push. Cheng. Oh, that's Saltones. Now just a service specialist, but 2 big points late in set number 4, Neil.
One attack point from the pipe, another attack point this time from the left wing. I thought that they were going to go for a substitution, but they will need her offense to close out this gap.
Nicole Chamzon comes in just to serve, replaces Remy Palma. A timeout here by the high-speed hitters, trying to protect a 2-point lead. We'll listen to PLDT.
Pag sumama ito dito, possible. Naintindihan? So, as much as possible. Ngayon, out of system, go triangle ito. Then B quick ka na. Go for B. Go for 5. Dili na. Here. Naintindihan? So, as much as possible dito natin. Para mahatak tong outside hitter. Ay, tong middle ng kalaban, ha? Then, kuha sa cross ball.
Tuloy lang.
Okay, PLDT.
Well, Coach Pasco obviously wants one good receive here and execute, because they are going to be receiving this serve by Nicole Tiamzon, who's just fresh off the bench. A slim 2-point advantage for Samoilenko and the high-speed hitters here in set number 4. Not a good pass. Samoilenko is blocked. Arado with great coverage. Soyud. That's partially deflected. Oh, chance ball here for the high-speed hitters. Samoilenko blocked. Semana with coverage. Arado will set it up. Gonna be a chance ball for the Angels. Saltones rejected. Oh, excellent defense at the net by the high-speed hitters.
Monster block from Mika Reyes. They allowed Gretchen Saltones to score a point a while ago, but this time they get a 3-point cushion late in set number 4. Myla Pablo will return for the PETRO GAZZ Angels.
Crucial block point earned by the high-speed hitters. This is now a more comfortable 3-point advantage. A win here sends us to a 5th and deciding set. 7 points for Reyes. That serve is wide.
They still have one challenge to use, but they won't be using it since they still have a 2-point lead.
Jonas Abete with her routine prior to the serve. Semana, they go to Samoilenko. Phillips with a pass. Chance ball for the high-speed hitters. They go to De Leon. Rejected by Myla Pablo. What a defensive play. It's a 1-point game.
That's a gamble on the side of Wendy Ansimana. You have Elena Samoilenko in the left wing, but you decide to go for a running attack. Good intention though. She was able to get Jessie De Leon a single blocker, but Myla Pablo was just ready for that attack.
Nakuha na ni Jason. Half step, ng middle blocker. Malaking bagay ni Elena para sa akin. Yan. Then, ladies, may blocker ang kalaban. Please, cover tayo. Cover tayo. Huwag natin pabayaan bumagsak ang bola. Ganun din yun. Pag bumagsak ang bola, puntos din nila. Dahil cover natin, ha? Okay, PLDT.
All right, another play for or after a good receive. That's the final timeout of Coach Pascua. They need a good stop. Talking about the high-speed hitters, but Sabete and company looking to tie the game at 23. Samoilenko off the block, and it's 2 set points for the high-speed hitters, 24-22.
Fans are loving it here in the Santa Rosa Sports Complex. They do want a 5-setter. And PLDT is just 1 point away from making that happen. But Elliot Soyud has to make this serve.
Angels need a good receive. That's not it. MJ Phillips with the tip. Soyud picks it up. Chance ball here for the Angels. Cheng goes back to Phillips. He's blocked. Pineda with coverage. Pablo pumps it in and saves a set point.
Myla Pablo, ice hit in her veins.
Now one more set point to save for the Angels.
Ngayon, nasa harap na yung reinforcement ng Petro GAZZ. So it's going to be a duel between Lindsay van der Weide and Elena Samoilenko. Excellent pass from Kat Arado.
Here's Samoilenko. What a dig from Pineda. Van der Weide. Oh, wait a minute. Coach Pascua wants to stop play. The play will be stopped. There's a challenge by Coach Pascua. It's a net touch challenge. And they can do that. They can actually stop the play for a challenge. That's the last challenge of the high-speed hitters. And they're trying to specify which part, because
there are a few sequences in
already.
that rally, so they have to specify in which part of that rally they would be challenging.
Because there was quite a few seconds, or were quite a few seconds, that went by after they tried to call the challenge, but the play continued.
They're asking for a net touch in that first action or first part of the rally.
And if they're successful, they will win the set. If they're unsuccessful, it would be a replay the point. All right, so the coaching staff saying, the high-speed hitters coaching staff saying they called it earlier, they didn't have a buzzer, so they must review. They're asking for an earlier play, earlier action to be reviewed, not the latter part of the sequence. Because again, it took a few more plays to happen before the play was actually stopped.
I think the buzzer wasn't working.
Yeah, buzzer
the
wasn't
assistant coaches were saying that we kept on pressing the button, but
and Coach Pasco was right in front of us. He was waving his hand saying there's a challenge, but again, a few more exchanges happened before the play was stopped. So let's just hope they find the right sequence, because if they review it, the wrong one, then obviously the challenge will be unsuccessful. And tournament director Tony Liao is actually right now speaking with the staff of the high-speed hitters regarding the buzzer.
This can make or break
Yeah.
the chances of the high-speed hitters here in set number 4. They only need a 1 point.
Yeah. And if this challenge again is successful, they win the set. Otherwise, it will be replay the point. I don't know if they're already looking at the right play. Still trying to find, or look through the footage. Again, the challenge system just implemented last Thursday. This is the second day of the challenge system at the Reinforced Conference. So there are some kinks, but they're getting ironed out. This is obviously for the benefit of the game, number one, and the fans as well. We get the calls right each and every time. Both teams are now out of challenges. They will get a fresh set if we get to the 5th set. Here we go. They're saying that's not the sequence. They're saying that's not the sequence.
They're asking for a replay of the first action.
The first action. Coach Pasco is now talking to the technical committee to look much further back, because that's not the one they want reviewed. They're saying first action. So again, they're browsing through the footage.
When the PLDT high-speed hitter served the ball, that was the first sequence or first action na tinutukoy ni Coach George Pascua. So they have to bring it back a little bit more from the service of PLDT to review that net violation.
Players are trying to get themselves warmed up. Jesse De Leon, Elisoyo jumping up and down. and Jonas Abete on the other side. Myla Pablo also trying to keep themselves warm because the venue is nice. You know, great climate control system, even though we're already almost fully packed. So that's one of the things, one of the issues with long challenges is players get cold, momentum goes down. Lindsay Wagner Waida and MJ Phillips, great games today. These two players in double digits consistently for the Angels. Meantime, Samonte off the bench. Semana also off the bench, but she started in the fourth set and she's been doing pretty good. There's Sabete running around trying to keep herself warm. And now the technical committee calling over George Pascua, the head coach of the high-speed hitters, trying to determine which sequence is he referring to because they can't find it. There it is. They can't find the sequence that needs to be reviewed. Because again, the challenge is a net touch by an Angel. And if the challenge is successful, high-speed hitters win set number 4 and we go to a 5th set. If they're unsuccessful, it will be a replay the point sequence. Right now, PLDT is at set point 24-23. One set point has been saved by Rodrigo Fort and the Angels. They were down 2 set points.
I think the technical table is saying na masyado ng malayo for them to replay.
But again,
that part of the game.
Coach Pascua was calling for the challenge quite a few seconds already before this play was actually stopped. So he does have a point that it should be looked at because he called it at the time that they saw it.
They're still trying to backtrack that moment of the game where Elena Samoilenko went for a spike attempt and the Angels tried to block her attack.
So there it is, the technical committee with tournament director Tony Liao wearing the maroon vest. And referee Orlindo Eusebio there on your screens. And part of the coaching staff of PLDT right in front of us, talking to the technical committee, saying, "What about the buzzer? We were trying to buzz. We were raising the card, but the play continued, and that is why they can't find the sequence that Coach Pasco wants to be reviewed." Now this is taking a long time already. This challenge. So I'm listening to the technical committee here. They're saying they can't find it. They can't go as far back as what Coach Pasco wants. All right, we'll take a break and we'll give you the final assessment right after these words from our friends.
dun, sir. Wala naman touch dalit eh. Hindi, ang mahirap nun, di ba, pinalo ni PETRO GAZZ. Tapos ngayon, pumindot to si assistant coach doon sa ano. Hindi, dapat just na yun eh. Ang problema, inaano daw niya, may touch dalit.
We're back inside the City of Santa Rosa Multipurpose Complex for the final few seconds or minutes, perhaps, of set number 4, where a challenge has been issued several minutes ago by the high-speed hitters, but we've only been able to determine the sequence Coach Pasco was referring to right now, and I don't think that's the one.
That wasn't the specific frame that they were looking for, but
yeah, Coach Pasco, there you see him saying that's not the one.
with that, the call will be, the challenge will be unsuccessful for the PLDT high-speed hitters.
The Coach Pasco right in front of us saying that's not his challenge. And he's saying they shouldn't have just showed it because that's not the one, and he doesn't want to look like he challenged a non-challengeable play based on his standards. So Coach Pasco again insisting they shouldn't have shown a sequence that he did not want to challenge. So, but the official call here is challenge unsuccessful. That's what they're going to show.
You do have to wait if it's going to be replayed, or will the point go to the PETRO GAZZ Angels?
I believe, as per our second referee, Nestor Matematico, this is going to be replay the point. So the crowd inside the venue already eagerly anticipating the continuation of this match. A successful challenge would have put PLDT on top and get the win in set number 4, and would be headed to a 5th setter. But now, with what we showed you, a successful challenge on the last play, it would have to be replay the point here. And the score will stand at 24-23. Coach Pasqua saying that's not the play because it was just a plain pass. He wouldn't challenge a plain pass. First referee, second referee, Lumer Pajarillo, Nestor Matematico conferring, just trying to determine the course of action moving forward. The fans, again, cheering, wanting a conclusion to this exciting close match between the high-speed hitters and the Angels. So the point, it's not replayed the point. Did they award the point? They awarded the point the Angels. So 2 set points have been saved now by the Angels. Coach Pasqua is expecting a replay the point.
No point will be given. We will just replay. As per the technical table, no point will be given to the PETRO GAZZ Angels. We will replay the point, but now the coaching staff of PETRO GAZZ is stating that when you challenge midway and it was unsuccessful, the point should go to your side
because the play was halted. And Coach Ricafort saying it's part of the seminar when they were putting together the challenge system in the Premier Volleyball League. There's Coach Rod Ricafort complaining here about that. The point was again taken away from the scoreboard. It was 24 all, but the point was taken away, so it seems like it will be replayed the point because the point was put up. Okay, so again, the first and second referees will confer. But on the scoreboard, the point that was initially awarded to the Angels was taken away. It was 24 or earlier. Okay, so it's given back to the Angels. So it's 24 all. So since they lost the challenge during a halt in the rally, the point was given to the Angels. So 2 set points were lost now by the high-speed hitters. GM Bajid Del Rosario of the high-speed hitters now speaking with tournament director Tony Liao right behind me. They're sorting it out because PLDT again expected a replay the point situation. We're still going to wait for this to get sorted out. Obviously, the fans are excited to see what will happen in terms of the action. They want to get the players back on the floor and keep the action going. But some technicalities, obviously, the technicalities are, obviously there are some nuances and different situations, different scenarios with specific rules. Right now, as it stands, the score is 24 all. A win by PLDT here will extend this match to a 5th setter, but a loss by PLDT means PETRO GAZZ will win the match because the Angels are up 2-1. We're still waiting for the technical committee to make the final decision and get the players and the action going again for the remainder of this 4th set. We still don't know if a 5th set is in the offing. Okay, so what we're hearing is the play will continue as is, so it's going to be 24 all is what it looks like. And then if there are arguments on the side of PLDT, they will just have to file a protest. And that's what we're hearing. But right now, it seems Coach Pasco is in front of me. Again, speaking to our technical committee. Right now, the score is 24 all. A point was awarded again to the Angels after an unsuccessful challenge by the high-speed hitters. That's what's gone on in the last 20 minutes. That challenge took a while. We'll take a quick break and give you back the remainder of this set number 4 after these messages. Okay, welcome back to the City of Santa Rosa Multipurpose Sports Complex. We're down to the finishing touches of this set number 4. Again, official call is challenge unsuccessful by PLDT, but after the rally was halted, the point was awarded to the Angels, which is why the 2 set points of the high-speed hitters are now gone. We're tied at 24 all. Myla Pablo set to serve. The crowd excited to see what will happen next. 1-2 play for Semana. Chance to take the lead here for Waide. Waide delivers. And the Angels now at match point 25-24.
That long lull proving to be advantageous to the side of the PETRO GAZZ Angels. And they steal multiple set points from the high-speed hitters. They're now at match point.
High-speed hitters need a good receive here. Players have cooled down significantly. There's a block by Vander Weide. Samoilenko looking to tie. That is outside on the push by MJ Phillips. Match point gone. We're tied at 25.
No more challenges for both squads.
No more challenges for Coach Roderick Afort.
A while ago, he used the challenge but suddenly retracted that challenge, pero nagamit na yon for the PETRO GAZZ Angels. So for both of these teams,
no more
wala nang
challenges.
challenge opportunities.
So 25 all, match point saved by the high-speed hitters. Samoilenko is in the back row. This is the weakest rotation probably of the high-speed hitters as we talked about earlier, Neil.
Only 2 attackers in the front row. And you have Wendy and Semana guarding Lindsay Vander Weide, but they block her in that sequence.
Vander Weide, Arado picking it up. Semana, Samoilenko from the back. She is blocked. Excellent defensive play at the net by the Angels. They're back at match point.
MJ Phillips with that monster block against Samoilenko. Reading that perfectly well.
MJ Phillips. What a terrific performance today on both ends of the floor. Semana, Samoilenko, back row. That's outside! Elena Samoilenko throws it away. No more challenges for either team. And the Angels win in 4 sets, come from behind win. After being down 2 set points, they come back to take this one away.
It was obvious that Wendy and Semana would keep on going to Elena Samoilenko in the back row because she didn't have so much options in the front line. But after an attempt getting blocked and another unforced error, this match will officially go to the PETRO GAZZ Angels.
72-minute 4th set. But it's a win nevertheless for the Angels. That's a confirmation of the score. 27-25 in the end. And the Angels climb up to 3-1 in the standings, win 2 in a row now. Meanwhile, the high-speed hitters will drop down to 1-4. They've lost 4 in a row. Excellent performance by Lindsay Wagner Weide and MJ Phillips today to help their team secure this W and keep their hopes alive for a semi-final slot. Take a look at the crowd inside the venue. Here's highlights of our best player of the game.
24 points for Lindsay Vander Weide, but I also have to give credit to the setting of Janelle Cheng. She has distributed the ball so well, activating Myla Pablo, MJ Phillips, and when push comes to shove, again, it has been MJ damage for the PETRO GAZZ Angels. This loss will really hurt the PLDT high-speed hitters, but for the PETRO GAZZ Angels, their quest for another reinforced conference title continues.
Congratulations, Lindsay Wagner Weide and the rest of the PETRO GAZZ Angels. A huge and well-deserved win today in front of a packed crowd inside the city of Santa Rosa multi-purpose park. Director Marvin Chavez for Rain Tixon New Flores. I'm Eric Iman. Thanks for watching, but stick around for more action as Cherry and Creamline clash for the top spot in the 2022 Reinforced Conference of the Premier Volleyball League.